Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will start magnetism. What? Magnetism. Okay? Actually, you have seen so many magnets which are having North Pole and South Pole. Bar magnet also there, Horso magnet is there, U-shaped magnet is there, which attracts the small pieces of iron, cobalt, nickel, steel also, because steel is an alloy of what? Iron. So, magnet attracts iron, cobalt and nickel. It means they all are magnetic substance. They all are what? Magnetic substance. Again, how we know that this is magnets, or in ancient time how people were aware about this magnet, let's discuss. In 800 BC, ancient Greeks probably knew that magnetite an ore of magnetite is an ore of what? Magnet. Ore means what, you know? From where the metal are extracted. Example, bauxite ore, aluminium one. Hematite, pyrites, iron pyrites, these are the ore of irons, because iron we are getting from that ores, that is called ore. Understood or not? And the process by which we are extracting that metals is called metallurgy. We can say that is what? Metallurgy. This much clear? So, magnetite is an ore of magnet in 800 BC. Peoples were known about this one. Again, and it was discovered in the province of Magnesia. Province of where? Magnesia, which attracts iron. The philosopher, scientist, Thales, Thales. Thales also you can say, Thales of Miletus, who lived nearby, may have been the first Greek who studied about magnetite. Who studied about what? Magnetite. Understood? So what happened in that case? The term magnet was derived either from that Magnesia town or province, or from Magnes. Magnes, he was a boy, a shepherd, who supposedly discovered magnetism or magnet or magnetite. What happened? One day, he was going to a jungle. He was having a stick. On that stick, on the tip of the sticks, one iron particles is there. And on his shoe also iron particles is there. That's why when he was walking or crossing rocks like structures, there it was found that his tip of the sticks strike there, and if what happened in that case, he wanted to take it out, but it was not coming, it was attracted. In that case, he discovered that, unknowingly, supposedly discovered what? Magnetism. Next one, magnetic and non-magnetic substance. Magnetic substance is also called ferromagnetic substance. Ferrum is Latin name of what? Irons. The substance which are attracted by magnet, that is called magnetic substance, or the substance which are not attracted by magnet, that is called non-magnetic substance. So substance which are attracted by magnet, they are called magnetic substance, whereas the substance which cannot attract which cannot attract the substances, that is called non-magnetic substance. Not attracted by magnets, that is called what? Non-magnetic substance. Iron, copper, iron, cobalt and nickel, these are magnetic substances because they get attracted towards the magnet. Whereas plastic, rubber, wood, cottons, these are non-magnetic substances because they do not attract, they do not get attracted by what? Magnet. Clear? Next one. Many people believe that all magnets are made up of iron and the magnets attract all objects made of iron. Neither of these beliefs is fully correct. Many magnets do not contain any iron at all also. They are made up of alloy, cobalt, nickel and other elements. Actually we are thinking that a magnetic substance is made up of iron only, but that is not correct. Other substances also there. What are that? Cobalt, nickel, alloys. Alloys means homogeneous mixture of metals or non-metals or metals or metals. Next one. One such alloy of aluminium, nickel and cobalt is Al-Nico. Al-Nico. Aluminium, nickel and cobalt. It is an alloy. Okay. This is also, the magnets is made up of Al-Nico. Other magnetic materials called ferrites also do not contain iron. On the other hand, stainless steel, which contains a large proportion of iron, is not a magnetic material. Some substances are there, that is stainless steel. It is made up of iron also, but still that is not a magnetic substance. Why? Because it is not attracted by magnet. But some substances are there which is not made up of iron also, they are getting attracted towards magnet. That's why they are called magnetic substance. Magnets and their properties. An object which attracts magnetic materials, they are called magnets. And there are some properties of magnets. Let's see. There are some what? Properties of. So what happened? Properties of magnets. Before going to that, let us discuss what is magnetism. What is magnetism? The properties of magnet and the manners in which they interact with each other. The property of magnet and the manner in which they interact with each other and with other objects made up of magnetic material is collectively called magnetisms. We will discuss later in higher classes that how magnetism helps in producing electricity, as well as it is used to produce electric current. That process is electromagnetism chapter you will read in higher class or in upper classes. In generator, mechanical energy to electrical energy. Our fan, electrical energy to what? Mechanical energy. Everywhere the walkie-phone, loudspeaker, fan, cooler, grinder, everything contains magnetic substances. Understood? Next one. The size of magnets is different. There are different type of magnets. Bar magnet, horseshoe magnet, cylindrical magnet. Our spear-like structure means circle magnet also there. And each and every magnet has two poles, that is north pole and what? South pole. North pole and south pole. If we will cut a magnet also into pieces, then also you will get north pole and south pole. Meaning understood? Suppose one magnet is there, here north pole and south pole. From middle you will cut here north south, again from middle you will here north south, again you cut it, again you will get north south, north south. Means you cannot separate the poles of a magnet. First property is attractive property, then directive property. Along with this we will read another property also. Attractive property. Magnet attracts ferromagnetic substance or magnetic substance like cobalt, nickel and what? Iron. Meaning understood? they are attracting with some force or they are repelling with some force, that is called magnetic force. So a magnet attracts the magnetic substances with a force. That is why they are having which property? Attractive property. Next one, directive property. If you suspend a magnets by winding with a thread at the middle, then you will get the magnet always rest in north-south position, north-south direction. The points which towards the north, geographic north, that is called north pole, and the poles which are towards the geographic south, that is called south pole. So magnet always rest in north-south direction. It was difficult in ancient time for the sailor that to find the direction who are actually away from the land area. So in ancient time also they were using the natural magnet to find the direction, and it helps in navigation. Understood or not? Next one, the attractive property of magnet is concentrated at the poles, so that poles of a magnet, the attractive property is maximum, or the magnetic force is maximum at the ends of a magnet, that is called what? Magnetic poles. And all the forces is concentrated at the magnetic poles, or south pole or north pole. At the middle the force is very less. Next one, it is possible to draw the following conclusion from the observation that magnet exerts force on each other. One magnet exerts force on each other, other's magnet. Either north-north pole repel each other, whereas north-south opposite poles are there. If you will keep them near, they are attracting with each other. Next one is there, these forces may be attractive if two opposite poles are nearby, whereas they may be repulsive if two like poles are nearby. Unlike poles attract each other, and like poles what? Repel each other. Understood or not? So if you want to test a magnet, if you let me tell you, if you want to test a magnet, two similar size magnet you are taking, one is actual magnet, another one is iron. Ferrum means iron, I am writing, Latin name I have written. If this is north pole, this is south pole, if you will take this magnet nearby this one, then this part of the, and these poles of the iron will become south pole, because if you are taking this iron nearby to the north pole, then it behaves like south pole. If you are taking this side towards the magnet, if you will interchange the side, and if you are taking this side, opposite side you are taking to north pole, again it behaves like a south pole. From here we can say that the iron are always attracted towards magnet, whether the iron side you are changing, the piece of iron side you are changing, then also it is getting attracted towards the magnet. But in place of iron, if I will keep one magnet and this side south pole, north pole and south pole is there, they will attract each other. Whereas if I will interchange the side of the magnet, then what happen, you know, here north pole, here south pole, now this starts repelling with each other. That's why the test of magnet, DAX is the sure test of magnet. To test a magnet, whether it is a magnet or not, which one is the sure test? That is repulsion. Attraction in both the cases possible. Iron also getting attracted towards the magnet, and magnet also getting attracted towards the magnet. if opposite poles are there. But in place of north pole you are keeping, then always it repel with each other. That is why repulsion is called the surer test of a magnet. Understood or not? Okay, next class we will read about magnetic field lines, everything we will discuss. Okay, thank you.